Hello and welcome back to Rustic Waters. I haven't done any work in between, so let's just get on with it, shall we? Right, quests, lock, quest lines, parts production. Right, we want to complete this if we can and then get onto shipping and handling. Right, dungeon crawling. As you travel the ocean, you will undoubtedly come across dungeons to navigate. Pesky spawners will be scattered about and tough to get to. Thankfully, there is a specific level of dynamite that is perfect blast power to destroy a spawner without damaging too many blocks around it. Throw with caution. Huh. 2/3 power of creeper. Just enough power to destroy a mob spawner within range. Okay, this is a chemist workshop and I need gunpowder and something called a turbo tube. I also need a burner. Right, so what's a turbo tube? Void resource miner tier 1. Okay, I don't think we're going to be doing this. Oh, drops from a rocket squid. Ah, there was mention of that, wasn't there? Right. Are there any rocket squids about? Oh, I was wondering why I was bouncing. Are there any rocket squids about the place? Well, let's do that thing where we use the hearthstone thing. We've got some food and water. We've got a bow with 64 arrows. Right, it is a little difficult to see. Oh, it's also night time. That's not helping. Any rocket squids? I'm not seeing any immediately nearby. I think we're going to have to skip this one until such time as we have better diving gear. Also buy some more of those potions which lets us see in the dark. Oh, that one's going to have to wait, unfortunately. Okay. Well, there goes my plans for easily completing this. That one's multi-step, so let's just see what this is. The Enderio fluid tank is extremely versatile in that it can push or pull fluids from its sides without the use of pipes. Simply set it next to the appropriate container or machine and use the internal GUI to select the in-out options. Right, it can be made in a blacksmith's workshop. Iron bars are easy. Quartz bucket might be tricky. Invar. How do we make Invar? In an alloy kiln? That's just nickel and iron, so that's easy enough. Let's make sure I add that to my list of things. I've got the kiln brick, and that's all the stuff from the last episode. So, quartz bucket. We need nether quartz. Okay, apparently there's a 1% chance of getting nether quartz. Well, that's sieving. Does that count as my sifting? Or is this a different machine? Magnetic craft sieves. Apparently I need a block of iron in something called a crushing table. Crushing table is doable. Steam hammer is slow but automatable way to craft plates. It uses less metal than the blacksmith table recipe but requires a constant flow of water and coal to produce steam. Okay. Very capable tankers, the one we just looked at, and brand loyalty. Certain machines and recipes have brand loyalty, meaning they produce items that are for a specific mod only. When there is a situation which requires swapping between two same type items from different mods, you can use the Forge lexicon to convert them. For instance, if you come across IE copper plate but a recipe will only accept TE copper plate, you can toggle the Forge lexicon into empowered mode using a hotkey and switch the material between the two mods. Okay. Well, we've got coral easy enough. I'm not sure whether we've got a way to get paper. Leather, we've got the rat pelts, so that's okay. Sugarcane, or sawdust and water. Paper bark sapling. Well, we don't have a paper bark sapling, so we're not getting paper that way. Let me make sure I add that again. Okay, apparently my dense survivalist strainer might have given me the sugarcane I need. And there it is. There is a lot of sugarcane. Right, so is it three for a single bit of paper? No, it's 3 for 3 paper, and I only need 3 paper. So 4 pelts, 3 of them. Let's make the leather. Right, so how much of the coral do I need? Does it have to be cyan? It looks like it. So I need 8 cyan coral. And I have 7. Okay. So I'm looking for a little more of the blue. Well, that's not blue. That is. Yep, that's one more blue coral. Right click to open to study, V to gain wisdom. Okay, well, we get ourselves a little bit of money. That's useful. Well, I suppose that's one thing I should do is, what was I stuck on this? Turbo tubes. Can I buy turbo tubes? No, it doesn't look like it, unfortunately. Right, so we've got that one. This just requires lead and some pistons. I think we have redstone. We do. Okay. That we can do. I want to make sure I feed the lead in first. So we need lead, we need some iron, we need some normal wood. There we go. Should be everything we need. Right, that gets me 2 pistons. And we just need to surround it in lead in the blacksmith's workshop. Okay. Steam hammer requires a diamond level pickaxe to break. If you don't have one yet, use a moving wand when you need to relocate it. Oh, okay, and it's actually going to give me a diamond pickaxe and that soundproofing stuff, which means I could turn the volume back up on the machines and just put a soundproofer near that. Right, less metal than the blacksmith's table recipe requires a constant flow of water and coal to produce its steam. Right, so let's deal with the sound thing. Yeah, so that's the sound of that, but we're not actually sieving anything at the moment. I don't want to put all the sand in. There we go. There's the annoying sound, but if I pop this in the corner here, that will block all sound within a certain radius. So I think you can sort of just still hear it, but it is a lot quieter. Right, we'll put that there. Right, so I don't actually want to put this down, but I kind of also want to put it down because I want to, use it. Well, they did give me a diamond pick. There's also something called a moving wand. Okay, I would need a couple of ender pearls for that, and whatever a wand core is, which is blaze rods and stuff. Yeah, that's not going to happen too soon. Yeah. Right. So what if I put you down here? Right. Will you accept charcoal? You will. You appear to be building up a temperature. I'm curious whether that's going to stop once it gets to a certain amount. Right, where's my gold bucket? There it is. We can give it a source of water later. For now, though, I'll just grab that. All right, once this steam gets up, are you going to stop using charcoal? No, you're not. Okay, this is slow. Yeah, that's very slow. I mean, it looks nice. I think it's making one more still. But on the other hand, I can just do this. And I think this gets me an identical iron plate. Yeah, the rat's a lot cheaper. Right, but does it lead to anything? Stamp collection. Once you get a bit of power and start producing some steel, you can craft the metal press. This piece of machinery will not only automate your production of most gears and plates, but also cost less materials per craft. Heavy engineering block, redstone engineering block, and it'll get me a metal press projector. Well, that's just lead and steel. Steel blend. Okay, that's just pulverized coal and an iron ingot. And presumably I can pulverize the coal easy enough. Let me make sure I add that to my list. And let's look at the other one. Tin plate, again, easy enough. Redstone wire coils. This is just treated wood and redstone. This is all very doable. So I will be back once I've got the materials for these. And I'm going to use the rat. Hello, rat. To make the lead plates we need. I might want to move him. If I sit him on top of a hopper up there, I think we can get his stuff into that box. Yep, that seems to work well. Okay. Right, I'll see you in a bit. I don't think I can make steel yet. I saw this recipe and thought it would work in here. From steel ingots under the alloy smelter, you know, because it says, you know, coal powder, iron ingots. I thought it would work in the alloy kiln. Turns out it won't. It'll only work in the alloy smelter, and that's not going to work until I get power. And if I reread the, hang on, escape. If I reread this, it does say once you get a bit of power and start producing some steel, you can do this. So I don't think we can do that one. I don't think we can do that one. And this one needed quartz, and I don't think we can do that either. So this is as far as we're going on that one, which is a shame. But that just means we can move on, hopefully, to shipping and handling, because we want that controller. So let's see if we can get that far, and we'll start setting up our automated storage systems. Look at that later. Let's not get distracted. All right, storage drawers will allow you to store bulk items. The capacity of the drawers has been greatly increased in this pack, but you are limited in the upgrades you can craft. There are higher tier upgrades available in underwater dungeons and through Gill. Tip: drawer upgrades like the conversion or void upgrade are also available at your local underwater village. Yeah, so that make a basic drawer, and it's going to give me a 2x2 drawer. That holds 96 stacks per drawer. That one's 32 stacks per drawer, but there's 4 of them. So overall that's better, but you get less capacity. Alright, Trader's Workshop. We're going to need lots of treated wood and metal fasteners, which are made with iron rods. Okay, and iron rods. I wonder if... No, iron ingots become plates in that, but iron ingots will become iron rods in the engineer's workshop. So how many of those do we need? We just need 4, but we are going to, you know, want more stuff as we go. Each of those is 2, so 2 iron rods will make 1 drawer. So twice as many iron ingots as that we need, and we need more treated wood. Quite a lot of treated wood because it's 8 per drawer. We've got 10. We've got enough for 1 to complete the quest, but I want to make a few extras. So let's cook some water and snag some of this charcoal to make lumps. Right, so I'm going to want to do this 3 times. Okie dokie, got me a stack and a half of treated wood, so that's good. So iron rods, engineer's workshop. This one. Right. We need one of those hammers. No, we don't. We need cutters. Okay, we've got pliers, but not cutters. That's annoying. String, sticks, iron. Doesn't look like we're going to run out of iron anytime soon. Right, I don't want to make that many. Start with 16. And then we use the blacksmith's workshop to turn them into 32 tacks. And then we use the trader's workshop to turn it into basic drawers, though I probably don't want to make them all basic drawers. Right, so we would have enough for 8. Let's just grab 2. Oh, look at all these extra tools that always end up in your inventory. Right, so that's then going to give me another 2x2. Right, and now the big one. The controller. The storage drawer controller will allow you to automatically insert items into your drawer system. Right. We've got the buttons. I think we can make aluminium plate. It's given us redstone transmission coils. So we need a wiring kit, which is just solder and redstone wire coil, which I've already made because it's just treated wood sticks and some redstone. So it is just aluminium, which I think we've made before. Aluminium ingots. Can you be made in the alloy kiln? I think sometimes you've got to get the right type of aluminium. Also, how are we spelling it? Spelling it aluminum, of course. Huh, can I only make it from the blend? Okay, aluminium doesn't exist. Okay, there's only actually one type of aluminum in this. Oh no, aluminium does exist. I was just spelling it wrong. Aluminium ingots. Of course, some of them are like a completely wrong color. Right, so if you had an alloy smelter, no, it does seem you have to make it from the dust. Wait, aluminium isn't an alloy, is it? Yes, okay, aluminium is not an alloy. Okay, I feel dumb. I feel very, very dumb. Okay, how many plates do I need? 1, 2, 3, 6, 12. Hello, Mr. Rat. Can you make me 12 aluminium plates? Yes, yes, you can. Right, so I need a wiring kit. So 1 coil. Got some planks. I don't have any sticks left, but... oh, yes, I do. 2 treated sticks. You have to always remember which machine it was made in. I'm going to need an extra aluminium plate. Right, so turn one of you into aluminium wire. Then I can make myself the wiring kit. So I don't think I need those anymore. We are just down to this. We need 2 hoppers, 4 buttons. Well, buttons are easy enough. And we might have 2 hoppers spare still. And we do. Right, which machine? Engineer's Workshop. Oh no, okay, the redstone transmission coils. But we got given those as a gift. We are missing the solder. Okay. We are missing the solder. Well, we know how to make solder because we've done it before. I've forgotten how I made solder. Okay, so it's just solder wire. Solder wire, specifically. Is there another way I can make this? Because it standing there pulverizing all that tin and lead was annoying. No, okay, to make a bucket I need 6. Each of these gives me 2, so I need 3 tin and 6 lead. Sigh. I hope there's a way to automate this. If there is already a way to automate this and I've missed it, please tell me. Okay, I think either I already had some there or I did the math slightly wrong because I've ended up with 32. Doesn't matter, it's always useful to have spare. I do, however, have to use the engineer's workshop to make this the bucket of solder. There we go. 1 melted bucket of solder, which will then feed into the machine. Engineer's workshop. Oh, no. I want to leave that in there. There we go. And we can make our draw controller, which, as we said, lets us automatically input stuff. And you're going to give me, okay, item pipes and item extractors. This is useful. Interesting. Item pipes. Item pipes. Can I make more of these things? Use an extraction cable to transfer items. Each cable segment holds a small amount and it gets pushed through from previous cable segments and goes out any direction it can find. Disable output on any face of a cable by hitting with a redstone torch. You need an extraction cable to start the flow. Okay, aluminium plates we've got. I would need adhesive, which is just bone meal and clay. I can make these. Or, that's in an alchemy recipe, or here, Camonite blend, which is just sand and clay. Nope, I can do these. And what was the other one? Was it an item extractor? It was an item extractor. And that's just an item pipe with a copper gear. Okay, we've got the beginnings of a way of actually sucking stuff around and so on. Right, I think we replace this chest, which is full anyway, with the item controller, and then we can start having our shelves along this wall. So let me do a quick tidy up. Okay, now my inventory is a little bit emptier. I can start to deal with this. Right. Right, we're going to disconnect there and here and get rid of that one. We're going to empty this chest. Right. So if we get all of these running this way, we can have one here just going straight down, and we're going to put the draw controller there. But I need to connect to that first, because I want the dirt, sand and gravel to end up over there. So I need to make a lot more drawers. Right, so we know the recipe for a basic drawer is 8 treated wood, and treated wood is the primary thing that's going to hold me back. A 2x2 drawer is also 8, but just has extra chests in. So you have to sort of think, what are we going to get a lot of? So like ember shards, plastic, those might want to be normal. Rats, that wants to be normal, so that's 3 normals. And coal, maybe 4. Okay, I'm going to make like 6 more basic drawers, and then we're going to make as many of the 2x2s as we can. Right, so that's a number of extra drawers made. I still have... Okay, I've got enough for like 1 more. So I should probably make it another 4 to save on treated wood. I sorted all the stuff from here. The only things left in here is the gravel and the dirt, all of which should go into these locations with a double right click. Get those back. So I looked in those chests, and based on what had the most stacks in there, I gave those the single item things because they'll have a larger capacity, and the rest of the stuff I sorted into there. Now, there is a load of stuff in these hoppers. We have run out of nets, but I can replace those in between. And theoretically, once I put this draw controller down, they should all just flow with the hoppers into the draw controller and then into their locations. So what's in this one here? So there's like 6 redstone there. We currently have 499 redstone. So if we pop that there, we should start to see stuff move over. Well, it was feeding in gravel. Might take a while for everything to go through. The redstone's gone. There you go, 507 redstone. So once I refill those are going to automatically fill in. I might move my hopper bonsais to be up here, or here maybe. Continue the row. And I could make more treated wood, keep this going round, maybe move those chests so this can continue through here, down, duck around this machine a bit. This machine could output to here. I could do a similar thing where I've got some 4 things. Like, we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 types of metal. So I could set up like 2 of those things, set up in a way to feed into a couple of furnaces. I could always make another prismarine furnace, and then the output of that could go into the drawers again. I might need to make a second drawer controller. I may or may not bother doing all that in between episodes, but that's the sort of thing we can now do. We will take a quick look at the next thing, because there's something called a controller slave. The controller slave extends the reach of your controller in an 8-block radius around it. I'm going to have to look up what that means. I think that means you can have... You could have something feeding into the controller slave up to 8 blocks away from the controller without having it to be connected with a row of drawers, maybe? I mean, this is very similar. It just needs glass and more of those redstone reception coils, which I can make because it's just gold and a wiring kit. So I'm going to look up exactly what the controller slave does, and I might do a bit of work trying to hook more of this stuff together to be sort of automated. It's like if the wood from there could be automatically going into my charcoal burner and stuff like that, that would be very useful. And then basically everything becomes automated. The stuff from the sieves ends up there, gets sieved. The output from there gets automatically smelted. The output from there automatically gives me more fuel. I have to see what it is we can do. All right. I think we got a reasonable amount done. And I will see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.